Alright, well, it's been a few days since I went live. I kind of rushed this whole deal. Um, I'm not happy with it whatsoever. Was able to save it somewhat, but yeah, it's fucked in some certain areas. It's, my table's a mess. I've been working on this for the past few afternoons, evenings. I was rushing the past couple of days to get like 5 jobs finished before it started raining. It's raining now. It's supposed to rain until like Wednesday. I still have more jobs that I gotta finish once the rain stops, but anyways, so right here was a trouble spot. It didn't. I'm starting to wonder if I got the wrong cover, if there's a variation in the dashboards, because this dashboard isn't a 71. I don't remember when I ordered this if you had to specify if it was, because some of the later second gens are different in certain aspects of things. So that area there didn't fit very well, and I had to re-glue that down several times. In the beginning, I rushed the whole process, and I didn't mix the epoxy well enough, and it was still wet days later. And it was fucked because it was like cause I had to mix it up in sections and batches. So like the whole dash would have peeled off except for this area right here, because this was the area that I started getting the mixing process down. And so I peeled this thing back as best as I could, and there was still wet epoxy underneath there. So I cleaned all that out as best as I could. And even though I was mixing it, I was still getting problems here and then over here. And then along the back here, I ended up using something completely different. I used something called a plastic bonder. It's meant to hold up to like 3,600 pounds or whatever, but the back of this thing doesn't. It's nice and tight now. Before I was able to pick it up and such. Now it's tight. So around the glove box door, if I tighten up the latch and latch it down, it's all sorts of fucked up. So I have to space the latch outwards, and I have to get it to latch like that, and then it looks halfway decent. Not perfect, but. And then another problem was down here, this kept bowing down, and I was so aggravated with everything at the time, and I had all these clamps all over the place, and I'm trying to keep glue from getting on the floor and stuff. My girlfriend wanted to kill me. I took a pair of scissors and I just fucking chopped it, and then most of my issues went away as soon as I chopped that. But so this is on here, El Permanente, I believe. If it pops off in any section whatsoever after this, I am going to take all of my fucking. I'm gonna tear it off. I'm gonna tear it off. I'll either buy another one, or I'll tear this one off and try to fix this one. And what I'll use from there on in, I'll use windshield urethane. It'll act as a cushion, and I know it'll harden. But since this is on here, and I've been wanting to do do some work on this thing. Would have been perfect if I had it set to the other view. I have the absolute incorrect screws and everything, but I'm going to test fit this bitch. Hi everybody. Good. Good enough. I don't want to take this out of the wrapping just yet. Just go right through it. Sorry if you guys are getting like shots of my ass, but one's gonna fucking fall. These gauges were refurbished by Don Bassman at East Coast Transams. These have been upgraded to the all LED backlighting, and it has the 160 mile an hour speedometer. Correct, for 1971. I knew it. Sorry, kitty, you're gonna have to move. I had to move the area. I'll show it off once I get it all together. It's starting to get too heavy. The only thing that'll be missing is tough to get out. Hey Bruce, how are you? Where's my light? Alright, so swing this around. The lighting over here in this part of my house sucks. I didn't take the wrapping off of the gauges yet. I don't wanna. I was gonna leave this all together to kind of consolidate parts, but so that part is over here. I gotta clean those brackets up and stuff, and that's the ashtray bracket. that's the ashtray right there. I gotta clean up. My table's a fucking mess. So yeah, basically, it looks better than what I had. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it, but it's a lot better than what I had. So I gotta extend out the latch for the door here so that closes like that. I gotta add like some putty or something to the bottom here where I had to cut it because it kept bowing out. And then I gotta add some putty here where it didn't come to the end of the thing. I forgot to get this panel here. I needed to buy this panel and I didn't buy it. So I hope when I finally get it, it fits right. I hate that fucking thing. Basically what I had was I had a big huge hole in the top of the dashboard and then it doesn't have the provisions for the handle. I don't like that handle that goes right there. I want to see if I gotta set you guys down for a sec. Stand her up. That looks a little better. Yeah, that looks a lot better than what I had. You know, absolute worst case scenario. I've seen guys where they take this hole here and they cut the dash right out so that you can put one of those bigger radios in. And I have one. It's not like the nicest thing in the world, but and I don't know if that particular person that I saw like had his like 3D printed. It was like he cut the hole out for the dash and then it was like a 3D printed piece that screwed onto there and held the radio in place. So but yeah, this is a lot better than what I had, even though I'm not happy with it. Once it's in the car, it'll be a lot better. Because I also have shit like this here. I don't know if it's showing up in the. I guess I could like glue this down, but it's like up here. I don't know if it's showing up. Can't turn my light on. There it is. You can see right here. And then right here. I'm not happy at all. But it's because I rushed the fucking thing. It's my own fault. Yeah, I figured somebody had to make it, but it would have to require cutting the dash out, and which at this point I'm not really against. I mean, this isn't the original dash to the car. I think I actually messed up when I ordered it. I think there's a variance in later dashboards because you can see right here, like it doesn't cover right here like it should. But I also have a small like Pioneer Super Tuner that'll fit in that hole that's right there. And I have the ashtray if I want to just put the ashtray there, but I don't know. The fact that the fucked upness of it is situated in that area makes me just want to chop that out. And then I'll be able to move this piece over so it covers that, right? And then I can have a Bluetooth radio in it. And then later on, if I find like an actual nice dash I can swap this out for like something better later on down the road. But so this car's gonna be a driver, so I mean, this cover costed me $189, and then it ended up costing me another $100 in epoxy. I should have just bought the fucking 3M stuff that I was suggested to, but I wanted to cheap out, and that screwed me by cheaping out. So that's another thing. Don't rush your project, because this was supposed to be a project to take up my time while I'm waiting for parts, so I can start doing metal work on my car. So because I'm so impatient and I'm so enthralled with seeing some kind of progress, I rushed this, and I completely, it was my fault that it's fucked up. So don't rush your projects, and then 2, don't cheap out. I hadn't cheaped out up until this point, and then I started cheaping out, and look what happened. Now I got an ugly looking dash. And it's a lot better than what I had. I had a big huge hole on the top. I should have used what I used up top here. I used a different adhesive altogether up top here. It is called a plastic bonder, and up here is mint. Like, this thing fit perfect everywhere except for right there. And if I wasn't trying to rush the shit out of the thing, I probably could have, gotten the heat gun out, changed some shit up. Like, cause I started ripping the vinyl off of the actual dash underneath there, because a lot of this area doesn't have vinyl underneath it. It's all just foam, because the vinyl was pushing the dash, the thing outwards. So yeah, I'll have to look up Metro and see if they make that thing. If they do, that would help me seal the deal on making a decision on cutting that hole out. Like I said, I'm not against it. That's the only part that, because every other, I'm happy with everything else except for right there, because of that right there, and then that right there. And I mean, this seemed to fit okay, but if I took more time, I probably could have got this to latch the way it's supposed to and not have to fuck around with it. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna break this down. I'm not gonna leave all that shit in there. It would be my luck that my gauge cluster will get fucked up if I do that. I just wanted to display it with the new Dashish cover. Alright, well, until the next one, guys.